Ilovemyselffixx presents Coming into Grace, our new podcast hosted by mother and son duo Courtney and Ash at Courtney's Fix and Ash's Fix. Hi, my name is Ash Sullivan. I'm a personal trainer and yoga instructor, and I enjoy using the gifts that I've acquired and learned over the years and that I continue to acquire to help people become better versions of themselves. I enjoy helping people exercise. I enjoy helping people create a better mindset. I enjoy helping people meditate to find mental clarity. And my mother and I, we created this podcast to create a space to talk about just about everything we could think of, but mostly talk about things that we feel will benefit those who are listening. So we would like to talk about world affairs and social issues, how to do things better, or ways of going about doing something differently, using a conscious mindset to change who we are and change how the world works.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm Ash's mom, of course. And like Ash said, we thought about doing this podcast probably about 8-9 months ago. And there were things that we both wanted to come out of it. And so, in addition to what Ash mentioned, some of the core things that we also wanted to do was just highlight the gifts and beauty of individuals through this process. And there were many videos that we shot probably right before the new year, but we hadn't posted them yet. But we realized as we were starting this podcast kind of up again in the last couple weeks, that it's time to release those videos and to continue shooting them. So just saying hello, and saying hello from a mix of different perspectives. One of sadness, and then also one of just complete pride. I love my son, and I love being a mom. In fact, it's probably one of the greatest things I've ever been. And even during this pandemic, and as it's turned into pandemic race riots, there has been almost a positioning of infused love, and I would say maybe even more consideration for your family and for those closest to you as you are deciding what it is that means most. Yeah.
And we felt that the thing that means most to us is showcasing humanity's beauty, people's individuality, and how that sets them apart, but it doesn't make them different in a way that we're not still connected. And we found that the best way to showcase that was through interviews, and interviews that captured people when they were, I wouldn't say at their most vulnerable, but when they were unaware of what we were up to and the questions we were going to ask them. And when we asked them questions right off the bat, we were able to find that the answers they gave us were more raw, more in touch with who they were as a person, and really showed their emotional individuality and let us know that people aren't always going to be the best all the time. But if you give them the space to figure it out and do it for themselves, that in time, they may want to make the change. And that's just one of the most beautiful things about being a human being. And we just wanted to share that with the world. And we want to continue to share that with the world. And I feel like that is one of the main goals of this podcast. Wouldn't you agree?
I would. I would agree that if there is nothing else that we do, however long this podcast lasts, is that people feel good within themselves and they're able to express it, and that they feel wonderful in the process wherever they are, because that's the most important thing. It seems as though we have, oh, you came back. So there's so much more that we're going to talk about. We kind of jumped around, but that doesn't matter. It seems to be the spirit of the times. So I'm going to leave it as it is. And I'm going to tell you that I love you, Ash.
I love you too. And would you tell the camera and the world that you love yourself?
I do. I love myself. I do. How about you?
I love myself too. I love myself very much.
Okay. Well, we'll be seeing you guys soon. Whew. And let's see what's coming. And thank you very much for joining us, for coming into grace and knowing who you are and loving yourself for it. We will see you soon. This will be posted on Coming Into Grace and Ilovemyselffixx. And no matter what, love yourself hard and be safe out there and be very well. We love you.
Much love. Be safe.